Jada, that's it. I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. Y'all just don't know how much I hope that this is actually true. I hope that this is true. You know, I've always been a fan of Will Smith from way back in the day when he was rapping and making movies and things of that nature. Um, but I've never been a fan of his relationship with Jada Pickett Smith. Not that I saw her as this horrible person back then, it just didn't match. And there was one thing that I noticed early on that Will Smith held on to that many people also suffer from. And that is, I have to make this relationship work. You see, Will grew up with his mother and father being together their entire relationship. And when you grow up that way, failure in a relationship is an embarrassment. So when his first relationship failed, he had this mindset that no matter what the other person does, no matter what they say, I'm going to make this work. I have to make this work. I cannot fail a second time. I can't tell you how many coaching clients that I've dealt with over the years where one other party involved has this mentality and the other person takes advantage of that mentality. And knowing that the person is never going to leave, do anything they want to do towards this person without showing any love or respect or respect. The amount of disrespect that this young lady has shown towards Will should make any man want to leave. I'm not trying to bash her or anything like that, but come on, let's be real. You don't utilize some of the traumatic things that are happening in your relationship in order to grow your media platform. Just because your career has never taken off to the same levels as your husband, you want to use your personal life and use your children to try to grow your star, to try to allow for your star to ascend. I've never appreciated that out of her. So bringing personal information into it is something that I abhor. If you've listened to any the few relationship videos that I have talked about, one of the things I've always said is that in the face of other people, regardless of what's going on in your house, in the face of other people, your wife, your husband sets on a pedestal as far as how others perceive them. That for me, I was taught that unless your spouse goes out to damage your character purposely out of vengeance, out of being mean and evil, you don't do that. If she makes a bad decision and it hurts the family, you take the responsibility of that decision as far as what the public sees. I've always done that. I've never allowed the outside to look at any woman that's with me and think that she was the one who was being villainous unless she goes out publicly tries to destroy me. Then we're gonna let all the truth be told. But this woman just abused the hell out of this man mentally because she understood his conviction. And so I hope that this is true. And I hope that this frees other people, men and women, who are in situations where they know the other person has a dedication to the concept of marriage, the concept of relationship, to a degree that they allow themselves to be abused by that relationship. So if you find yourself in that situation, remove yourself from the situation because you deserve greater than the abuse that you are currently or have been receiving. So always remember you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.